I'm Marianne Binetti, and it is fall. And in the fall, right before the first hard frost, is when your hanging baskets, which were full of annuals, like this one here that had petunias in it, look horrible. So it's time to cut them back, but what I want you to do is, instead of throwing out the entire hanging basket and the soil, I want to reuse this potting soil because it was full of well-drained potting soil mix. So all that is the dead petunias. Well, they're dying, and a frost is coming. I will add these to the compost pile. And I'm just cutting them all back so it's easy to get all the roots and the potting soil out of this pot, because I am going to reuse this potting soil. Now, I don't mean reuse the potting soil I'm going to plant in it. I'm going to reuse this potting soil by adding it to my raised bed vegetable garden where I want to grow better carrots. Now, why carrots? I'll tell you that in a minute, but first I'm going to give you a tip about to get things out of these hanging baskets that you had your annuals in. You have to remove the wire hanger. And down here, it's usually attached to 4 different spots. The wire is bent, and the way to get them out is actually unbend it and shove it straight down. Then you straighten out your wire, and it comes out easily. So once you get all that out, then it's easy to turn your pot upside down. Okay, now you see all those roots, which aren't that important. What's important is that this potting soil is full of this white material called perlite. Perlite is very good for drainage and air in the soil. And carrots, let me show you this. 2 carrots. This one was close to the edge of the raised bed with very good drainage. This one planted at the same time. I've added so much compost to the soil that it doesn't drain as quickly and they don't grow as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, harvest my carrots. Now, if you don't need to harvest your carrots in the fall, if you want to leave them in there all winter, leaving your carrots in the ground is a great way to, just store them. That one was pretty good, but it's not the great big giant carrot that if I had better drainage I would get. These were actually rainbow carrots, which means that they come in all different colors. So you can see this was a nice purple one. And if you look along this bed, you're going to see an earlier video that I made for you in the spring. We took and put the seed packet of the carrot inside a glass jar so that I would know if these carrots did well, what to order for next year. So this is called the carrot rainbow blend, which is how I get carrots that are purple and orange and yellow. Okay, so now you see I've dug out in this area all the carrots, a couple more here. I'm going to put them in a stew tonight. And now I have this ditch. And this is where I want to add the old potting soil. Now, it's okay that I have these old stems and leaves of the petunia plants because it's fall. I'm going to bury them. By the time spring comes, they're going to be rotted. They're going to be turning nutrients to the soil, and I will just have more perlite and better drainage in this area of the soil. So there you go. It's all chopped up. Now, some people call this pit composting, where you dig a pit or a ditch and you just bury material into that ditch. And by spring, it's all nice and decomposed, ready for your spring planting. So, there you go. It may not look the tidiest, but believe me, those old roots, the old petunia leaves and flowers that are buried underneath here, they're going to be adding nutrients to the soil. But most important of all, I've improved the drainage by reusing potting soil that had already done its job supporting summer annuals and a hanging basket. This has been Marianne Binetti with Easy Answers for Great Gardens.